Hi everyone, good morning. I am Muthu and this is my first video on mainframe programming. Before doing that, I was thinking about what may be the right topic to start with. I look back at my career and if I remember, first 3 years it was an kind of average resource. I was getting most of the time meeting expectation rating. And the friend who is sitting next to me who used to do a simple program, the other guy who used to do a complex program, they also got only the meeting expectations appraisal rating. And on asking this to manager, he was saying that when we assign the work itself, we know the complexity as well as your capability, and based on that we are assigning. So you meet it and deliver on expected line is nothing but meeting expectation. I just left it there. So 3 years done, and fourth year I got a chance to learn this language. On learning this language, my confidence has improved a lot. I was able to complete most of my tasks well ahead of time. On top of it, I was helping my colleagues to complete their task on time. And also have contributed a lot on automated way of reviewing, helping in the testing and other activities. So first time this gave me a rating of exceeding expectations. Though I was the same guy of same dedication, attitude, interest like first 3 years, what changed in the fourth year is my exposure to the language and using the language what I did in the project additionally. That language is REXX, and REXX has made a significant change in my career in moving me from average resource to an excellent resource. I suggest or advise everyone to learn REXX in their mainframe career. You do a early part of a career, it will really add a lot of value down the line to you. Okay, if you ask me a couple of samples where the REXX helped me in real time or where it will help for everyone, I'm going to say few things. Okay. Let us say you are in an initial impact analysis phase of a project. You have a set of string. You need to search in your inventory to identify that which are all the programs or components are referring this string, and from there you need to manually look, saying that it's a part of a substring. You need to remove the string. Is a part of comment. You need to remove. Like this, you may need to do a number of filtering. So you do that work by means of 3.14 search, and on the search result you are applying these things one after other, and then take qualified programs and the lines into a Excel. That will take a good amount of time, maybe a weeks of time, depends on week or 2 weeks of time based on how big your inventory is. So instead, if you know the REXX program, you can put all these filtering criteria and search criteria and reporting criteria, and even building the CSV file and sending the email into that REXX programming. Doing that in a max to max 2 days time, whatever the size of the inventory, you can get the report. You can have it one day for cross verifying the things and tweak the utility if needed, and go ahead and deliver it to the client. Say you are in a coding phase and your developer, your colleague developer has developed the code and given to you for review, and every organization will have their own standards, like pick class should be aligned, and you should use file status code, and the paragraph should be start with 4 or 5 character numeric, and it should be coded on sequence. Like this, there may be a number of standards will be there. You can manually review the program if it is of 500 lines, and you can make sure that on top of functionality, these things you can catch it. But assuming that the program is something like 3000 lines or 4000 lines, and there are a number of programs you need to do, functionality wise you can verify, but these things easily skip your eyes. So running a macro which REXX macro which check the code against the standards and give you a report of violations, it would have been very easy. So that ensure that you are delivering a good quality code also. Say the third case, you are in a testing. Okay, you want to do a load testing for your program. Your program may be working fine for unit testing with few thousand records. You want to know that whether working with the same performance or a better performance with 1 lakh records also. So you want to create 1 lakh records in the table. That is not an easy task. You cannot to just repeat the record, and by means of load utility you cannot load it, because the table usually will have unique index, various unique index on the single key or multiple key combinations. If you duplicate the record, all the records will be rejected, saying that it is unique index violation. So you can write a REXX where you can take the key, you can take one sample record, and where and all the keys are combining as a unique index, there and all you can increment it and build 1 lakh record, and 1 lakh or 10 lakh or 1 crore, whatever you want, you can build it, and you can create a file and load in the database. So you can start your load testing in no time if you have the REXX ready for you with any number of records. It's not just these cases, okay? In real time, for anything you do automate. Not only automate, you have some 4 processes you are doing in day-to-day life. Okay, you have a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, or 4 different processes you are doing with the intermediate verification. You can also think of automating that, having that intermediate verification written in REXX, and having a periodic time-based check also for the 4 processes, and you can do it in by means of REXX. So it's all how much you are visualizing the possible cases in your project where the automation can work. Once you have that visualization, you can very well do it in REXX. I can say a lot more examples, simple cases like there are some 10,000 data set or 9,000 data set of first phase of testing is available. You need to take a backup of all those data sets, or you want to copy those data sets in a different name and then proceed with your rerun of test cases, or you want to recall a good amount of data sets after some amount of time. So all these things, you have a knowledge of REXX, it's very easy. If you don't have a knowledge, all these things are huge time-taking manual activities. I think I have given enough for you to get interest in learning the REXX, and thereby you become a different person in your project. And so if you understand and agree and align with me, we'll meet in following up REXX programming videos. All the best. Thanks for watching.